All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Tuesday, Tasty Tunage Tuesday. What are we talking about today? Well, we are talking, we're going back to 1981. This seems to be a big year for me. I don't know, but anyway, it keeps popping up. But, that sweet spot for me in music seems to be 1981 to 1984. I'm saying for me personally. I don't know what that is for you, but that is what is for me. Number one this week in 1981 in all the land is Foreigner's fourth album, Four. This thing was a monster record. I mean, it's all Foreigner. This was just all over the place that summer. I remember it well. This thing was number one for 10 non-consecutive weeks, and it was originally titled "Silent Partners." I don't know if it would have done quite as well if that were the case. The four is obviously because it's the fourth album. Also because they were down to four members after a couple members left the band. They're coming off of the album Head Games, and that was successful, but not as successful as their first two, Double Vision and the self-titled album. They were huge right out of the gate. I mean, their first album sold like 5 million copies. I mean, they were big. So when Head Games didn't do quite as well, only charting at like number 3 or something like that, there was some concern in the band. Although I did read that speculation, part of the reason why it didn't do well in the United States was that album cover. Remember that album cover of the girl washing off her phone number, kneeling down in a bathroom? I guess some record stores thought it was just too provocative and would not stock it. I don't know if that helped with that hurt sales, but I'm gathering it did, since that was before people were having huge access to music, right? One of the best ways and only ways to get access was to go in the record store. Imagine that. So 5 singles off this record. This record was a bear to make. It took almost a year. They're saying 10 months, minimum 10 months. They had producer Mutt Lange. Remember Mutt Lange? He just keeps coming up. You look through his resume. He's done everything. You need a record made, you get Mutt Lange. We're talking Def Leppard, Metallica, AC/DC. I mean, he's done a lot of work, right? So anyway, 5 singles. Huge amount of time recording. They were frustrated trying to figure out. They went from hard rock stuff. Head Games started bringing them into more synthesizer, pop rock kind of stuff. All right. What are the songs on this record that stand out? This is a great record, by the way. But Nightlife, Jukebox Hero, that went to number 3. I mean, that's just a staple in rock and roll, right? Waiting for a Girl Like You, they had their ballad. That went to number 2. I'm surprised it didn't go to number 1. And then Urgent, of course. Urgent, number 1 hit. Who played on Urgent after these band members left? You had Junior Walker on sax. That sax solo is Junior Walker. How about that? And on synthesizer is a young and unknown synthesizer player by the name of Thomas Dolby. How about that? That's a nice little fact for you. Another single off there, Luann. That went to number 75. One of my favorite songs that you just don't hear enough of on there, although it was a single, is Break It Up. Break It Up was always a favorite of mine on that record, and that went to number 26. Surprised it didn't chart any higher than that. So this was just awesome record, right? I remember the summer that we played this thing. We just wore it out. This is the peak of Foreigner's career. Lou Gramm says that this is when everything came together, and this is their best record. After that, a little bit of a struggle. Remember Agent Provocateur in 84 with I Want to Know What Love Is, and then 87 took 3 years to put out Inside Information because of all the fighting that was going on. And really, he just had creative differences with Mick Jones, the other Mick Jones in rock and roll, not the one of the Clash. And Lou Gramm wanted a straight-up rock and roll band with guitars and drums, and Mick Jones was like in the synthesizer music of the rock kind of leaning of the 1980s. So that's why the things just didn't work out. He went solo in 87. Remember, he had that hit Midnight Blue. That was a pretty good song. And he did rejoin the band. I think he officially left the band in 1990. He did rejoin a few times on and off. He's a born-again Christian. He does some Christian rock. But it would be nice to see them live with him at the helm again. I've never seen them live, but that would be fun. So, Foreigner, we're at 5 minutes here. Just cue up your songs and tell me what you love off this record. Remember, This was, I think I had to order this a couple times from Columbia Record and Tapes. You drop out, get your few, drop out, re-sign up again, and then get those 12 cassettes for a penny. There was always Foreigner in that box somewhere along the way. Alright, so what's our song of the day? There's so many to choose from here, but Urgent, it has to be Urgent, right? I mean, Urgent is just a wailing song. That's a great, tasty Tunage Tuesday song. So crank it up today with some Foreigner. Have a great day, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.